This is Loveland. Well, today I'm gonna show you guys how I fertilize my orchids naturally. You know that my orchids are happy, and I'm very happy when they're healthy and blooming. So in my previous video, I show you guys how I make the banana peel tea, which it's really good and working for me and my orchids. They love the banana peel tea, and it's very easy to make. So I'm gonna put the link on that in the end of this video, so you can find that one easily and how to make the banana peel tea. And then I will show you guys the rest of my fertilizer that I use. So maybe you can see when I repot most of my orchids, I put eggshells in there, and some is a sprinkle of green tea. So I'll tell you the reason, but first, please subscribe this channel so you don't miss any of my video. I have lots of video coming, and when you subscribe it, click all so you don't miss any of my video, and I will show you what I use, and my orchids love them. Alright guys, so my orchids are so happy. So look at that. This is my SCU orchids. They are blooming and lots of bloom. Well, this one is the broken spike that I saved, and she's blooming really good. That one there, she's been blooming for 3 months. And this one, my husband got me this last month, and you know what? She got another spike, or possible another bloom. And this one, look at that. This one here. So the spike become longer and got a bud. So is that amazing? It's so awesome. And then here's more of my orchids. They're blooming. They're clumps of bloom. And this one here, more buds. And this one too. This orchid has been blooming since February, so 5 months. That's so awesome. So the first bloom is done, and then it come more buds, and now they are all full bloom. So we'll see. But oh my, they love my banana peel tea and my natural fertilizer. See the leaves of my orchids, new leaves, and getting bigger, and they have more roots. You can see this one here, she got more roots. All right guys, so if you can see, my Vanda is soaking right now. Let me see if you can see that. See, that Vanda is soaking right now with the banana peel tea. So she's gonna be soaking there for 24 hours. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna empty her. But why I'm soaking her for banana peel tea? Well, banana peel tea, as we know, is full of phosphorus for strong roots. And the phosphorus is responsible for beautiful blooms. And the potassium encourage and promote new roots, leaves, spike, buds, and more blooms. So that's why I use the banana tea, and they love the banana tea. Look at the blooms of these orchids, very pretty. And I got lots of blooms that I never experienced before growing orchids. Alright guys, so the first fertilizer that I use is banana peel tea, that full of phosphorus, or loaded of phosphorus and potassium. And then the second is eggshells. And you will see a new video because I make a separate video of my eggshells, how I make it. and how I apply it to my orchids. So eggshells are packed with generous amount of calcium and potassium, which orchids need in order to thrive. So that's why I love eggshell, guys. And you know, in the Philippines, when I was growing up, everybody, well, in my time when I was growing up, everybody that I know that have orchids in their yard or collecting orchids use eggshells. You can see this white stuff in their mounted orchids in the trunk or trees. So you know what? I'm doing my research. I really want the rationale. What's eggshell for and how good it is? Guys, if you can see, here's the eggshells that I applied to my orchids around the bark. So in the back there, so you can see that one. There's more there. And that one is the survival from my AC orchids. She's stable and happy. And this one got more roots, but you can see that eggshell and more eggshell here. So if you can see, my orchids are really happy. The one that are not, you know, you can see that beautiful foliage. That's a result of my fertilizer. So anyway, we'll talk about eggshell. So eggshell is really good for your orchids because they are crucial regulator and growth and development and necessary. So important to grow healthy plants indoors. And the benefits, I got 4 of them, and I mentioned also 4 in my video just for eggshells, and I will release that eggshell fertilizer after this video. So the 4 benefits is, first, strengthening orchid cell wall, making it stronger and less prone to outside influences like root rot. So that will help for that, but you know, you need to still be careful when you water your orchids, because if you pour the water in their crown, then of course they're gonna have a root rot. But you know, sometimes accidentally, then that will prevent it, that will help. And then number 2 is reduce salt buildup and prevent chlorosis. You know, guys, I wonder what's chlorosis. Chlorosis is a loss of normal coloration of green of plants' leaves caused by iron deficiency in lime-rich soil or by disease or lack of light. So it's kind of like anemia in plants. So my orchids, they are green. So I'm very happy about that. So especially this one, love the new leaves are so shiny. And then the third one is the calcium benefits is become sturdier, so stronger and firmer cell wall. And the fourth one, in long run, orchids growth become larger. So I think it's true because, well, that one it bursts, but that's okay, that's the old leaves, but the new leaves, look at how nice it is. And in my other video, I mentioned 4 benefits of eggshells. The 4 benefits of eggshells, the first one, it prevent snails and slugs, because look at that, guys. So this one is the slow release, you know, the crush eggshells. Oh my, the slugs and snails don't like that. That's sharp. And besides, when you crush them and put them around your media, that will be a slow release of calcium every time you water your orchids. And number 2 that I mentioned in that is to prevent bud blasts. Because of the cell wall stronger, it is beneficial for plants suffering from blossom or in root disease. So calcium, that will help to prevent those. That's so nice. So just like that there, I sprinkle it around my orchids. And number 3 in that benefits that I mentioned in my video for eggshells is help produce healthy plants and flowers, because calcium is a crucial regulator of growth development, and especially in the plant indoors. So I think it's very true, guys. Look at that, all these leaves of my new leaves that came out. Well, sorry for that one. She got banana peel tea. She's soaking right now for banana peel tea, so that's why she got water. But after 24 hours, I will dump it. So she have the phosphorus and potassium right now. But anyway, if you can see the new leaves, very healthy. And that one there too, that's bigger one, very healthy. And number 4 is help orchids to survive and fight disease because of calcium that's strengthening orchid cell wall and less prone to outside influences. So how good is that, guys? The calcium in your plant is a lot of benefits. And then I use green tea. So the first one is banana peel tea, and number 2 is eggshells, and number 3 is green tea. So I'm a tea drinker, guys, so I use my used green tea and sprinkle it to my media, because green tea contains nitrogen and help healthy foliage, just like that. See how pretty it is? And then the 4th one is rice water. So rice water, I'm a rice eater, guys. So when I cook my rice, rinse them twice, and the 3rd rinse will goes to my orchids, and that will be provide the trace elements of niacin, riboflavin, thiamine that orchids needs. So this is my green tea that I use. So I put them in the bag and let it dry, and then when they are dry, I cut them, just cut it and put it in a little bowl, and then sprinkle it to my orchids, and they are they're full of nitrogen. And here's my eggshell. So like this, the egg that we used this morning, again, don't wash your eggs. That one there, the egg whites, the leftover, don't wash it, because that's a good thing for your plants, for your orchids. So that one are dry, so I smashed it, crushed it, and then this one is a little wet, so maybe tomorrow I can crush them. So I put them in a Ziploc bag and smash them in a mallet. I don't want to grind them because I want a little sharp, because you know when the eggshell you smashed it just like this here, that one there, that's sharp, and that prevents slugs and snails, and I don't like bugs in my orchids at all, so that will help. That's my prevention, guys. Alright guys, so if you buy a store-bought fertilizer, they contain the N, which is nitrogen, and P is phosphorus, and K is potassium, and they are in a ratio like, you know, 20-20-20. This nature orchids does not live on these three macro elements: the nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus and potassium. They don't live on the three micro elements alone. In the nature, they have the micronutrients also. So guys, you need to know your micronutrients. So the micronutrients can be, we just need the trace elements, and can be found in the water, or in the potting soil, or media, or bark mixture. Alright guys, so that's the four natural fertilizer I use for my orchids. So banana peel tea, eggshells, green tea, and rice water. They are my secret for growing my beautiful orchids and beautiful blooms. So anyway, when I do my research, this website is full of information, and I really love her website. She do her research, she got comparison. There's three kind of research about eggshell, and that website is, let me see, orchidaria.com. So I'm gonna put the link in the bottom so you guys can check it out, the article that I read to provide a rationale about the eggshell, because I really want rationale. Why eggshell is good for your orchids, and why most of the Filipinos in my time when I was growing up in the Philippines, they use eggshells for their orchids. So I just want to know the detail why. What are the essential benefits of eggshells? So eggshell is full loaded of calcium, 94% calcium. So your plants really need it. So now I understand, and I want to share to you guys so it will help you growing a healthy orchid. Thank you to orchidaria.com for the eggshell fertilizer research. And her name is Amanda Matthews. Thank you so much. I love your website, and it's very helpful, very informative, and I love it. And thank you so much for the information. So anyway guys, so the four items that I use naturally for my orchids fertilizer: banana peel tea. So banana peel tea, I use it every other week, and I spray my blooming orchids every other day for 1 week. So you don't want it too much guys, because anything that's too much is not good. It's kind of like a vitamins, vitamins are medicine to your body. If you do it too much, it's overdosing, and it can cause toxic to your body. So it's gonna be same like that for plants too. So I don't want too much. Less is better than too much, because it can kill your orchids. So the rule is weekly weak fertilizer. So just kind of like less, like weak. It's not strong, so it's weak, weekly, weak fertilizer. So anyway, and then the eggshell, if you crush it, if you put the whole or half eggshell in your orchids, it does not do the work of releasing the calcium. You need to powderize it, like grind it in the blender, or crush it, or smash it like I do in a mallet, so to release that calcium. So what I do is crush it. So the little tiny parts of the eggshell that I put around in my plants, it will prevent the slugs and snails. And every time I water my orchids, that will release calcium to the roots. So it's kind of like slow release of calcium. So when you use eggshell guys, if you use eggshell, crushed eggshell, you need to apply in your orchids every 6 months. Every 6 months, not sooner. Every 6 months or once a year. because too much calcium is not good for your orchids. The roots is calcified, so when it's calcified, then it will block the nutrients for your orchids to absorb it. So it's not a good thing. So if you do cross eggshells, use it only every 6 months or once a year. But if you do the eggshell water, which I'm gonna do that in my other video, the eggshell water, you can do it like, you know, when it cools off, you put it in the spray bottle and you can spray that to your orchids once a month or every other month. Remember guys, less is better than too much. And then for the tea, the green tea, I use it only when I repot it. My orchids, just sprinkle it around my orchids. So it's just a slow release every time I water them. So that's the thing I do for my orchids. And then the rice water is not really often, guys, once a month, because, you know, when I remember, so I just do it like once a month. But I'm focusing in banana peel tea, calcium, green tea, and then the rice water once a month or when I remember. So anyway, so remember guys, when you fertilize your orchids, less is better. Too much is not good. Overdosing is toxic. So anyway, if you like this video, please click like and thumbs up. And if you don't like, it's okay too. No worries. You know, if you like your fertilizer, fine. I'm just showing you ideas how you know, if you love natural fertilizer, this is my ideas of how I make my orchids happy, because I don't like fertilizer in the house. You know, chemical fertilizer or store-bought from from the store. I don't like it because it smells in the house, and I don't like to inhale toxic in my house, because my house is my home. It's my sanctuary. I want it safe, and I don't want I want to take care of my lungs. I don't want to inhale fumes or toxic or chemicals. So anyway, so if you like this video, please like and thumbs up. And if you don't, that's okay too, no problem. And please click this button here that says subscribe. Click that button please, and click all so you don't miss any of my video. Okay guys, I'm very open. So if you have any ideas, any comments, suggestion, or just saying hi that you watch my video, hey, please write it down below. I check my comments as much as I can. And that's all I have for you guys. Check out my eggshell fertilizer. It's a detailed video how I do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. God bless, and see you in my next video. Bye!